다자하오, 여러분, 안녕하세요. minasan konnichiwa. Hello everybody, and this is the 5th of November 2024, and this is my first weekly update. So, reviewing last week's plan, there's nothing since today's the first weekly update. This is just a placeholder for next week, next week's weekly update when I'll reference the plan this week, right? So this week's plan, Chinese, I will be planning a 1 hour italki lesson. It'll probably be tomorrow. And then I will review the lesson notes which my teacher will give me at the end of the lesson. And I will try to turn that into a video, right? I'll try my best, right? We'll see, right? My stretch goal is ideally, if I do have enough time, I will plan another lesson with another Chinese teacher that I also study with. For Korean, it will be also 1 hour of an italki lesson with my regular Korean teacher. This teacher doesn't give notes, but we do have a lot of conversation, right? So there won't be anything for me to review with everybody. Actually, she does gives correction on homework that she assigns me, and then maybe next time I can go through my homework corrections and talk about the homework, that I did. Housekeeping of my progress on various material. So since I've been, flopping about and learning Korean here and there, all over the place, my material is kind of all over the place. So I think I'm gonna get everything together, and then figure out what have I already completed, what do I want to complete, maybe in what order, what material do I find useful or I don't find useful that I want to work into my weekly plan. So I'll be doing that. I'm also doing Pimsleur Korean, right? So I will be aiming for 2 lessons of Pimsleur Korean. Right now I'm on level 1, lesson 22, right? So I'll probably do 22 and 23. The stretch goal for me for Korean would be that if I can get all the above done, I will be trying to do more lessons of Pimsleur, as well as from my housekeeping point, right, which is housekeeping on my progress of various materials. It would be to figure out where I am in my Talk to Me in Korean journey, and figure out what do I want to just blaze through and get it over and done with, right? So, and then maybe then for Korean this week, I'll do some Talk to Me in Korean exercises. For Japanese, right? So I plan to watch at least 5 episodes of anime. I only watch my anime subbed, so it's never dubbed, right? So I watch it subbed, and I usually listen to it with my earpiece, and then with like noise cancellation, I kind of block out all the other noise, and I can actually really focus on the audio, right, when they're speaking in Japanese, right? And I think there is actually a very how do I say this? There's a particular kind of in the zone kind of mental situation that I'll be in, right, where I'm trying to understand, trying to enjoy the anime, but I'm also trying to understand what they're saying, and many times I would hear what they're saying and I'll see the subtitles. I'll be like, yeah, that's not a literal translation, but I can see why they did the subtitling that way, right? So I try to be quite focused in my anime watching, right? Also, same housekeeping on my progress on various materials. I also have the Genki textbook, right? So Genki level 1. So I should figure out where I am and what am I doing with that and figure that out. And next would be to finally start Pimsleur Japanese. So level 1, lesson 1. To be honest, it's probably too easy for me, but I can just listen to it while I'm doing other things, right? I think that's the best value proposition about learning with the Pimsleur method, is that for many things, you can just play the audio and you can just go about. And as long as your brain is at least 50%, listening, there's some value to this style of learning, right? So, for example, I'll be like washing dishes or folding laundry or driving or in transit somewhere. These audiobooks are the best because you just tune out and just muscle memory your way through your life, right? And then you can just think about the lesson that's going on, right? The stretch goal for Japanese would be to get in more lessons of Pimsleur. I would say the limitation here is not the difficulty of the Pimsleur course, but more of my stamina and endurance to just power through, knowing that it's probably going to be too easy for me, but it's okay, right? It's okay, right? Outside of the specific CJK, right, of the specific languages, right, I will want to review the language aids, apps, and tools that I'm using. So, for example, like a good example would be Duolingo, right? So I don't use Duolingo anymore. I didn't find it particularly useful. I don't know. I did it for maybe like hundreds of days, right? But I felt that I didn't really make any progress, right? So I do have some other apps, right? So I'm gonna go and figure out what do I have, and how ancient or outdated are they, and can I work that into my study plan, right? In my yeah. Then would be to make a full study plan for November, or what? Not a full, but a study plan for the month of November, so that roughly on a weekly basis I know where I'm heading. And another interesting thing would be to make a video of my Chinese journey, right? So where my Chinese journey now, how did I get here, and maybe my situation in Chinese, right? I was thinking of doing it in Chinese, but I think I might do it half in English, half in Chinese. I don't know. This one, I should have probably made it a stretch goal. But anyway, we'll see what I can do, right? So then for the stretch goal would be to actually look for a CJK visual novel. So this is actually kind of a reward, I would say, because it looks like it's very fun content to interact with, engage with, and to study from, right? So this is probably, if going to classes and doing textbook exercises is on the boring end, while watching anime is on a fun end, right? Watching dramas is on the fun end. Playing a visual novel is also on the fun end of the spectrum, right? So yes, so this is my plan for this week. I will probably try to review and get my next weekly update on a Sunday instead. So I'll probably do it every Sunday, right? So it means that on Sunday I'll review what happened since last Monday until this Sunday, and then I will be talking about, okay, what am I gonna do on Monday until next Sunday. I don't know. Never mind. We'll see. Tentatively, it's probably a video out on Sunday, right? Yeah. So that's the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.